Hey guys, and we're back in the Boom Boom Room finally.
Yes.
And we need to talk about some CinemaCon. So this is the first time that we've been together to actually talk about this.
Yes.
And this is really long because you got so many studios. Well, you have several studios that have so many projects coming up. So this is pretty much a series that we're gonna do based off of the CinemaCon.
Yeah.
So first studio we're gonna talk about is Paramount. Paramount had some pretty good things going on. Starting with Mission Impossible, releasing 2 days earlier. It's gonna release July 12th instead of July 14th.
I mean, that's not really going to make much of a difference. So
It gives them 2 extra days. Yeah,
it gives them 2 extra days to actually gain more money.
Yeah, pretty much.
We released this. It's the Thursday release, right?
Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna be a Wednesday now.
Release, right? Okay, so it's that. It was like, oh, we had a 4-day weekend. Or now 5-day weekend, so
right.
That way we can say we made more money on our opening weekend.
And that's similar to what Universal did with Super Mario Brothers, because originally it was going to be on that Thursday. They released it on Wednesday, and then it took advantage of those first 3 days before Easter weekend. So that kind of makes sense that just to get those extra 2 days.
You get all the early people who really want to see the film to go ahead and jump on the film right then and there, and then you actually get the people who go see the movies on the weekends to actually finish carrying it throughout the weekend. I don't think it makes the film better, but financially it looks better in the first weekend.
Absolutely.
Because they had the extra days. That's why holiday releases do so well, or that's why when people release on the holiday weekends, they actually are like, oh my god, they had this great weekend because they had an extra day.
And this will be probably the week after 4th of July weekend.
Oh, so it's gonna do amazing.
So it should do pretty well.
Even though I really don't want to see another Mission Impossible.
This one I'm kind of excited about.
I'm done.
Not the Mission Impossible. They showed or they talked about the release of a brand new Transformers animated film called Transformers 1. And it releases July 19th, 2024. It is a prequel. And this is the first animated Transformers film since the GOAT in '86.
All right, so we already got to see the Netflix prequel, right?
The War for Cybertron.
The War for Cybertron. So
Optimus was a punk in that one.
First and foremost, if you don't do the original 1980s character designs, I'm always out.
I think this one will. Gen 1.
Yeah. I'm always out. But also too, every time that they try to do something like this, they just really change so much of the backstory that it's not even recognizable anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, like, what am I really gonna get out of this? It's either gonna, for me, it feel like it's either gonna be too stylized, where I'm not gonna recognize it for Generation 1, or the characters aren't gonna feel like you feel about Optimus. The characters aren't gonna feel the same. They're gonna feel so differently that we're not gonna be able to relate it. I kind of want something to basically be the continuation of the original 80s series, where unfortunately Machinima, when they did it for their little web series, they actually did have it be a continuation of the original series, right. But their channel just kind of died and they didn't continue on with it.
Well, we have Rise of the Beast coming out this year, the newest live action. It's a sequel to the Bumblebee. Which so far, when it comes to film, the only thing that has gotten Transformers right is the prologue to Bumblebee. That is the
my god!
That is the closest.
Even so much that RC that they are gonna do in Rise of the Beast, they repainted her red. You know, it's like, dude, you just had her pink before Bumblebee.
Exactly. Anyway, so speaking of unrecognizable, Chris Hemsworth will be playing Optimus Prime.
Brian? I don't want to see this already. And I did see that, but I was like, dude, I understand that you feel like if you do a known celebrity, a hot celebrity, and put them as a voice actor of it, if you feel like you'll get a better audience when going in to see it.
Chris Pratt, Mario?
Exactly. They didn't know that Mario was going to do so well. But I understand why they do it. But sometimes you have to look at who actually really wants to see this. There's a young generation right now that's really into Transformers. So the real people that are actually coming out to see this film are going to be the older crowd. And to do something like that, dude, you got to go Peter Cullen. Come on.
Yeah. Obviously, you're going to have that continuation on live action with Rise of the Beast this year. That'll be pretty much, let's just say, Blu-ray digital by 45 to 60 days after. So it'll still be fresh in the mind. Then it'll get you ready for the animated series. Brian?
I mean, hopefully Chris Pratt's popularity and Oh, Chris Hemsworth
is going to be Prime. Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh God, I thought it was Chris Pratt.
No, he played Mario. Is what I'm saying to be relevant to what you were trying, your point that you were making. Chris Hemsworth would be Prime. Brian Tyree Henry from Bullet
he's gonna
Train.
have an Australian accent.
I hope not. But Thor doesn't have an Australian accent.
Yeah, he does.
No, he does not.
That fake accent that he does, that's totally Australian. It's just not full Australian, but he didn't get rid of it.
Brian Tyree Henry from Bullet Train, he will play Megatron. Scarlett Johansson will play Alita.
I mean, that's fine because we're not married to Alita 1's voice.
Okay, Keegan-Michael Key will be Bumblebee.
I don't like that already.
I like this one. John Hamm is Sentinel Prime.
Okay. But do we really need a Sentinel Prime? Because you said it's a prequel.
It's a prequel. Okay, how about this one? Lawrence Fishburne will be Alpha Trion. That's not bad.
We need a Sentinel Prime and an Alpha Trion
This is a prequel. Yeah, it's a prequel. Yeah.
I think they're doing we don't need...
Moving on!
Okay, wait. So they're gonna do they're gonna do right before he becomes Optimus.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, when he was he had a different name before he became Optimus.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm a big Transformer fan, and I don't know why I'm forgetting it right now.
Because you don't know names. You forget names.
That's what it is.
Why. Okay.
But so they're doing that arc. Okay.
They are.
So they're doing when Megatron almost kills him and Alpha Trion saves him and rebuilds him as Optimus.
Prime. There you go. All right, moving on. So Rihanna will be writing, producing, and performing songs in the new Smurfs film.
Making another Smurfs film?
And she will be taking over the role of Smurfette that was once played by Katy Perry.
Okay, I'm not a big Smurfs fan, but I was a Smurfs fan when it was a cartoon, but I was not a live-action Smurfs fan. Then it's like I couldn't have told you who did the voice for Smurfette to begin with.
It was Katy Perry.
Oh, okay, great. Well,
so now
if I was Katy Perry, I'd be upset.
So it's like Smurf or Papa Smurf, hey. You know? So I don't know. We'll see. This one I'm kind of okay.
Is she still pretending to be Hawaiian like in Battleship?
Battleship, yeah. This one I'm kind of curious, but I'm not a fan of the character design, and that is the.
Are they doing the CG or?
Well, from the footage that they showed for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem.
Oh, we're talking about that.
Now this is a different one.
I don't hate that.
It's got an all-star cast. I love that John Cena is Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Because Sheamus was Rocksteady.
Yeah.
So that kind of keeps that trend going. So I dig that. Seth Rogen will be Bebop. Perfect freaking casting on that. It does have an all-star cast. I don't like the character designs of the turtles.
So the character design is they're going more of the most.
The Nickelodeon?
No, the Spider-Man version.
Oh, the Across the Spider-Verse?
Across the Spider-Verse. No, that's the new one. Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. They're going that style.
Yes, they are.
And I think they're the same animators behind it, right?
I'm not a fan of that character design.
All right, so I'm okay.
I don't mind the animation. It's the character design.
So I'm okay with it because I understood who was behind it. I was more excited about the interpretations of the Turtles. They were more teen. It was like,
and that's what,
and I was like, I really appreciated that. It was like, because I think that they get lost as far as like, we want to make them like adult-esque, or we want to make them like what we think. And it's like, this one really felt like they were very young and they were more teen. As a matter of fact, the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle film is like, the favorite part of it was them in the elevator when they did the whole beatboxing, because you really felt like they were kids.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And that was the most favorite part of the damn movie. You know, it's like, so like this, when I saw I don't like the whole like chubby fat black April, but I'm not a big fan of that. I was like, that's not my April. And I can say it because I'm black. So, but I'm not a fan of that character design. But I'm what they did with the character design overall for the film, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Okay,
and the interpretations of the Turtles, I was really on board.
All right, I'll give it a chance just based off that. But yes, you were right.
Not my April.
This is this is Into the Turtleverse. Basically, is what this is going to turn out to be. This will premiere actually this year, August 4th, 2023 is when Paramount is going to release that.
Okay.
In 2025, they are going to release SpongeBob.
That's forever. I'll be dead.
Yeah, SpongeBob Search for SquarePants. They made an announcement that a new SpongeBob movie will be also coming out.
I think the first one did well, right?
Yes, it did. So did the second one. I think there's a second one too.
Man.
That's the one that Keanu was in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, so the Bob Marley One Love bio will be coming out January 2024. They showed that. They also
Who's playing Bob Marley?
I don't know, but Ziggy Marley is a producer on this. So,
okay.
And
man,
then
that's a This is up there with like who plays Michael Jackson, who plays Prince.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How are you gonna cast Bob Marley?
I don't know. John David Washington's my pick, but I don't think
that'd be cool.
I don't think that
I think he might be a little too old for that.
Yeah. John Krasinski was out and about also talking about Quiet Place Day 1. This one will be with Lupita Nyong'o, and this one takes place in New York City.
Are they gonna?
So
New York City.
So first Ghostface, and now freaking got aliens from Quiet Place.
Man, are they
in the loudest fucking city in the United States?
The only way I really feel like I want to see this film is if they actually go back and connect it to Cloverfield.
That's interesting. It's not gonna happen.
I know it's not
but
gonna
that's
happen.
really interesting.
But that would be great if they connected it back to Cloverfield.
If it turns out that Quiet Place is part of Cloverfield,
it was supposed to be.
I'm
like
the
original movie was supposed to be.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be, but Cloverfield, the Paradox one on Netflix, did so badly that they were like, "Oh fuck no, separate us from this." So they changed it a little bit so that way it wasn't. But if you look at the
10 Cloverfield Lane.
But if you look at the character design, they're the creatures that were in the tunnels that were attacking them in the original Cloverfield.
Ooh, that's true. But they were smaller though.
Yeah, they made some changes, but also too, you don't know what was the evolution of those creatures.
That's true.
It was like they were coming off of him as parasites. Maybe they got bigger. Those were the same creatures. Look it up. So it's a known story. It was like,
dude, I kind of like
this.
That.
Was originally a Cloverfield movie, but Paradox did so badly on Netflix, they didn't want to have anything to do. They didn't want to be associated with it because they thought it would hurt the box office. So, Quiet Place is a spiritual sequel to Cloverfield.
Understandable, because Paradox was bad. Yes, and I remember that when we were talking about it, like, man, hope it's going to be just as good, blah blah blah. Then we see it and it's like, ugh.
Yeah, and then 10 Cloverfield Lane was its own movie.
Yeah, but
they just
so freaking good.
They wrapped that one into Cloverfield, which is the craziest thing. The movie that wasn't supposed to be part of Cloverfield, they actually included into Cloverfield, and the movie that was supposed to be a part of Cloverfield, they distanced it from Cloverfield.
Yeah. Congratulations for John Goodman. He was nominated for a goodie back in the day on that movie.
Should have been a Jungle Book.
So The Quiet Place Day 1 will be premiering on March 8th, 2024. So Krasinski's going to be busy, though.
Because he's going to be in Fantastic Four.
No, Paramount also included his animated If. It's about a young girl who can see people's imaginary friends who have been left as the kids grow older. So,
is this The Sixth Sense Part 2?
No. But it also has an all-star cast. Your boy Ryan Reynolds, Emily Blunt, Sam Rockwell, Maya Rudolph, and a lot of other freaking famous actors are going to be voices on
if they do it well. They didn't put a trailer out for it, right? No teaser.
No,
like that.
I did not see
If they do it well,
footage.
it could be interesting. It's like she can see her people's imaginary friends, but the people who had the imaginary friends can no longer see them.
Right, because they left. No, they're gone.
That's interesting.
So they didn't take them with them.
It's an interesting. It's an interesting
concept. It's actually very Disney-ish.
Yeah, I can see it. It's like if they don't make it too kiddie, it would be interesting, dude.
I don't know. I just look for that cast. That cast sounds amazing. That premieres May 24th, 2024. So that one will be coming out on next
I'll be dead by then.
No, you will not. You will not. So that's Paramount's footage, releases, and news out of CinemaCon. So on our next episode, we will be talking about Universal. And they're on a roll right now with Super Mario Brothers. Let's see what they got in store.
All right.
Still here. All right, so if you look down, it's somewhere over here. Look down. We actually have a Patreon. So if you guys watch the show and you really like what we want to do and you want to help support the show and you want to help me get an editor so I can get to sleep at night because I'm really tired and you guys see all my mistakes in the episodes. So please go to patreon.com/thegoods. Give us a penny, give us a nickel, give us $1.
Just don't give us the finger.
Don't do that. But make sure you do donate something because we do have some giveaways. There's posters, there's t-shirts.
I'll sign something for you.
Exactly. So take a look, guys, and help us out. We appreciate it.